like to package sticker orders separately from the rest of my orders because the way I package and mail them out is different. First, I print out a sheet with all the names and addresses of my customers, then I cut them out. I don't like handwriting anything, so printing and cutting the addresses is much faster and it looks nicer. My handwriting really isn't too bad, but I feel like when you handwrite the names and addresses of people, it leads to way too much variation for my liking, so printing and cutting them out makes more sense for me. I ship my stickers in a plain envelope with a stamp. I recently upgraded the envelopes I use so that they look nicer and more cohesive, and made a new branded backing card. I used to use colored envelopes with matching cards, and I like this look a lot more. I've only started designing stickers in the past year or so, but I've had a lot of fun drawing and coming up with new designs for them, and I can't wait to make more soon. Next, I'm packaging international orders. I buy my international postage through the website pirateship.com because it gives a steeper discount compared to Etsy shipping labels. However, this means I have to separate out those labels and buy and print them by themselves, but it's worth it for the discount. I had a lot of fun packaging this order because this person very clearly loves Michael Myers, and I really love that. That makes me really happy. I use boxes when I'm shipping my 3D candy bag shaped charms, and I protect them with lots of tissue paper. I have some tissue paper in my brand colors that I like to use, but I also like to reuse packaging that I get from purchases that I myself have made, so sometimes you'll get things like this pink tissue paper. When I'm shipping other things like keychains, lanyards, buttons, enamel pins, and other things like that, I use bubble mailers. I also like to include a business card, and when I'm shipping keychains, I put in a little note that tells the customer to peel off the protective film before they use the keychain. Lots of orders to mail out. I had a successful shop reopening after a 2-week vacation that I took during December. Currently, I'm working on opening a Shopify store. There's a lot more work involved here than I thought. I transferred all my product listings from my Etsy store, which did cut down on a lot of work, but I still had to go in and manually adjust things. I want my listing photos to show up as squares, so I'm going in and manually recropping everything to be square shaped. I also need to go into each listing and manually change the inventory numbers because something went wrong when I was transferring stuff off my Etsy and everything is showing up as 0 inventory in stock. I don't know why, but that's okay. I'm also still trying to think of a domain name for my new shop because I already use glitchbat.com for my portfolio site, so I can't also use it for my shop site. I'm still thinking about this, and I honestly probably will for a while. A few years ago, I did some design work for my friend's business. She primarily focuses on custom cosplay commissions, but she also sells pre-made costume accessories as well as stickers, prints, and apparel. Please check her work out on Instagram or on her portfolio website. She wanted me to update her logo a little bit, so that's what I'm working on here. I made the vector file for this logo a few years ago when I wasn't as experienced with vectors, so I also took this opportunity to clean up the lines and anchor points and curves on her logo. I know I just said that I wasn't very experienced back when I first made this logo, but I'm honestly still not very experienced with Illustrator. So people who know Illustrator really well are probably watching this and hating what they see. I'm sorry, I'm still learning. It's all good. Here I am assembling keychains for my upcoming shop update. First, I peel the paper backing off both the front and the back, and then I put the keychain clip on and the decorated charms on, and then it's all good to go. Usually, my manufacturer ships my charms already assembled, but these were purchased from a different company that I usually use, and they just make the charms themselves and not the whole thing. I really don't mind assembling them though, because it can be kind of relaxing to put together. Plus, I just kind of watch something while I do it, and time goes by pretty quickly. It's not too bad at all. And here are the finished charms. I think they look really good. I really like the natural look of them. They're all ready for my shop update. So first thing I was going to show off is this, is the biggest charm in this collection, which is this shaker charm. It's made of acrylic, and you can shake it up. And these little faces, or these little guys, move around on the inside. I'm really excited with this one. It turned out gigantic, which was an accident on my part, because I didn't think to, measure the size or anything when I was talking with the manufacturer. That was on me, but I don't think it distracts at all. And then this is what the front or back side, depending on your personal preference. This is what the front or back looks like. And yeah, it's a pretty thick charm. 3 pieces of acrylic all put together, and super sturdy, and the print is protected on all sides. And yeah, I really like how this turned out. And I want to make more shaker charms like this in the future, but we'll see if I have any ideas for any. Second thing is these wooden charms. Ooh, fancy wood. They're made of walnut wood, and they're single-sided printing. The print is not protected on the front, but I've never had a problem with charms from this company chipping. Something they do to their ink protects it so well, so I'm not too worried about that. And then it has a little keychain attachment at the top, and then a little antler, and they're matching. But yeah, this is a weird comment, but these smell really good, because it's like laser cut wood, so it smells kind of like a fireplace, and it's really nice. And so I had a lot of fun putting them together because I just got to smell that really nice smell all the time. But yeah. So here is a holographic keychain. One of my favorite things to draw are people in food and food art in general. So since Hannibal is such a show about food, I was excited to draw something like that. When it came down to it, I was like, oh, I don't know what food to draw. So I ended up going with it's an Italian dish. I can't say the name, I don't remember it, but the chocolate is mixed with animal blood. I don't know. But anyway, so this is from one of the episodes. So I decided to draw it with the 2 lads. And I made it have a silver heart-shaped keychain attachment, and it's double-sided. I really like putting patterns on the backside of charms, so I thought that a gaudy blue plaid would match well because a lot of the outfits in the show are gaudy. So I thought it would be nice. And yeah, the holographic sparkles are on both sides, which I'm a fan of. But yeah. Next are these cat-shaped buttons. I really love making stupid buttons, and the manufacturer who makes the holographic charms I have, they also make these buttons, and so I saw these on their Alibaba page and I was like, oh, I have to make some of these. Ideally I want to make more using this exact same button shape, but I was kind of wanted to do a test run of them to see what the quality was like, and to see if my designs would turn out as well as they did my brain. So this is like the test run, but I do really like how these turned out, and the quality seems really nice. I'm super happy that they have a backing like this instead of like a safety pin, which some other button companies have. And they have a matte coating on them, but the manufacturer had a bunch of different options, including glossy and holographic overlays. So there's a bunch of options to choose from, and I'm really excited to make more of these in the future. But in the meantime, I love how these turned out. I'm so happy with these. I really love the thick graphic lines, and I'm a fan. I really hope people like these. Here is a metallic sticker with the same design as the shaker charm. This is so shiny. It's really hard to get a picture of. When I ordered it, in my brain, I thought, oh, I want a matte mirror sticker. And then when I ordered it, I forgot to say that I wanted it in matte until it was way too late. So I did not get it. That's on me. But I think it's cool to see the super shiny finish, and I still like it. It's kind of hard to tell, but the skull has the mirror effect showing through, and then the fruit and flowers don't, so it makes it kind of three-dimensional, which I think is cool. And then lastly, little stickers. Look at them. So these are the same designs as what was in the inside of the shaker charm. I spent a lot of time drawing those tiny people, and then when I was finished, I was like, they're not going to be very visible at all on the finished charm. What else can I do with them? So I decided to make them into a sticker set. These are just printed on regular white vinyl, and they have a matte finish. It's very soft and nice. I like it. And they're like 2 inches tall, I think. So they're not gigantic, but they're not minuscule either. And I am going to sell these as a complete set. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy with them. So this is my full Hannibal collection. I'm honestly so excited to release it, and it's going to be up in my shop on January 15th. Thank you so much for tuning into my first studio vlog. I've never ever made a video before, so this was quite a learning experience, and I hope that the next video I make will have more interesting content and will look better, because I'm still learning, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you again for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you!